Okay, welcome to Group 4, Chapter 9, and the title of our chapter was Teachers Talk About Race, Class, and Achievement. Group 4's members were Caitlin Orr, Dina Marone, Christina Roberts, and Susan Stofflet. The objectives for this part of the presentation include to understand the context in which the teacher teaches, to recognize the teacher's question and origin of the question, and to understand how the teacher investigated the question. Okay, so a little bit about the context of this study. This study was done by Delvin Denkins, and he was working on his dissertation, which was titled Conversation as Intervention: How a Group of Teachers in a Suburban High School Talk About Low Achievement. While at the time of the study, he was an assistant principal for academics at Clearfield High School, which is a pseudonym. The high school was primarily white, middle and upper class, and it was considered a suburban setting. There was a small population of black, primarily working class students. Some other roles that Denkins had was he was a former high school teacher, an elementary principal, dean of academic programs, adjunct professor at a university, and he's currently the director of electronic learning. So his question basically was, how does teacher discourse with respect to race, class, and achievement surface ideologies and discursive practices in a suburban high school setting? So he really was interested in what teachers talk about and what ideas they have about race, class, and achievement. The question really stemmed from the community and the students. They came to him expressing feelings about black achievement in their school, and they were concerned as to why it was consistently below the other students within the school. He also saw himself that there was a low achievement results of black students in the high school, and he wanted to find out more about that. And he also saw that there was a growing body of literature about the fault lines of achievement in suburban settings, and then the challenges of how teachers are going to deal with and make sense of this discrepancy. So to kind of form his study, he used the Academic Achievement Group Committee at his school, which was a core group of 15 teachers. He used the first two meetings, and he did this because he really wanted to illustrate his role as a biographer, and he also used the second meeting to follow a series of critical events that caused racial and economic tension at the high school, and he figured that since these events just happened, it would be on the teachers' minds, and that hopefully it would spark deeper conversation about race and class. He served as a group member, an observer, and a neutral facilitator, and he did not want to be seen as a position of power, so he really kind of had to take a step back from his position as a assistant principal at this time. He viewed himself as a collector of stories, and he basically collected transcripts of the conversations, quoted teachers, and then used that information to look more deeply into what they were saying about this topic, the direction their conversation was going, what ideas they came up with about this topic. Thank you.